This is KGW News at Sunrise.
And good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Tim Gordon. This morning on Sunrise, we're watching the Omicron variant as new cases pop up around the country. But some federal vaccine clinics in Washington could soon help slow the spread. Plus, a boost to fix a growing problem in Oregon. How one county plans to use $2 million against illegal pot farms. But before we get to all that, let's check in with Chris McGinnis for a quick look at the forecast. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Tim. Happy Saturday to you and to everyone out there watching. Thanks for joining. We are looking at rain offshore right now, although you folks watching us along the South Washington and North Oregon coast are already likely seeing a few sprinkles. That rain will be into the Willamette Valley, I think, late this morning, and I'll walk you through Futurecast in a little bit, but I just wanted to let you know that there is some rain on the way. Not yet, though. 41 last check at PDX. It's cloudy out there. It's 37 in Hillsboro. Beaverton waking up to 38. We hop over the Cascades, and we have some slightly colder temperatures east of the mountains this morning. Burns, Baker City in the lower 20s. Pendleton at 29 as well. And along the Oregon coast, we are generally in the upper 40s. All right, the plan for today. Lots of cloud cover right now, but dry. And I think we will remain dry in the Willamette Valley probably until at least 10, maybe a little bit later. But that rain begins to creep in, I think, around lunchtime. The other thing is that the breeze is going to start to pick up a little bit, too. So it turns into a rainy, breezy Saturday afternoon with highs in the upper 40s. That rain will be out of here tomorrow. More with your full forecast in just a few minutes, Tim.
Chris, thanks a lot. Well, new this morning, police in Detroit have captured the parents of the teen accused of killing 4 other students. James and Jennifer Crumbly stand charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Prosecutors say the couple bought a gun on Black Friday and made it available to their son. The parents were scheduled to be arraigned yesterday, but didn't appear and did not respond to texts from their attorney. Well, Portland Fire and Rescue continues to investigate the cause of 3 fires that started early Friday morning. The first one involved a victim who was transitioning out of homelessness. Here's KGW's Alma McCarty with the very latest.
Just before 3 a.m. Friday morning, the first Portland Fire and Rescue engines arrived on scene to Argyle Gardens on Argyle Way. While inside, crews located a woman in critical condition. She was taken to the hospital soon after, but did not survive. Argyle Gardens is operated by Transition Projects, a Portland nonprofit that helps people move from homelessness to housing. In a statement, the co-interim executive director said, "We are devastated to learn that an Argyle Gardens resident lost her life in the fire this morning. Our deepest thoughts and condolences are with her family, friends, and neighbors."
That fire is under investigation.
Lieutenant Laurent Picard said it will likely take them a while to determine a cause. That goes for the 2 other fires, both in southeast Portland, that happened hours later. The second fire of the day happened here on Southeast 87th around 6 a.m.
Reports from the neighbors that there was significant transient activity.
Firefighters arrived to a house boarded up with plywood.
Regardless of the fact the house was boarded up, we always assume on any fire that there are people inside.
Lieutenant Picard says crews faced several challenges here, from hindered access inside to a dangerous partial roof collapse. No injuries were reported.
There was so much fire and the house became fully involved that our efforts were largely to keep the fire from spreading.
Following that fire, a third happened afternoon on Southeast Clinton.
They pulled out and they immediately saw a smoke column.
The fire was coming from a corner unit. Bystanders feared someone was stuck inside, but luckily the fire didn't spread to any other apartment, and no one was harmed.
Our fire investigations unit is always busy, but today is a big day for them.
Lieutenant Picard says today's efforts embodied their saying of always ready, always there.
It was a tough day with the fatality, but it was also a reminder that our firefighters are very good at what they do, and they're ready to go.
And now to an update on the COVID variant Omicron. There are now 8 U.S. states reporting cases. California identified the very first infection in the U.S. on Wednesday. Since then, Colorado, New York, Minnesota, Hawaii, Maryland, Missouri, and Nebraska have reported cases. Experts believe the Omicron variant has been circulating in the U.S. longer than previously thought. The variant has also been reported in multiple countries. Washington will get one of the country's first federal vaccination sites. They're called family mobilization clinics, and one of the first will be in the nation will be here in the Federal Way Performing Arts Center. That's in South King County. President Biden says these clinics will replace the mass vaccination clinics we had during the height of the COVID crisis, and will also allow everyone from kids to seniors to get vaccinated or get booster shots all in one place. Governor Jay Inslee is pleased to see a clinic coming to the Seattle area.
So this is continuing to add to our efforts to get vaccine to where people are. And we know there's considerable demand, as I indicated. It's going to increase our equity as well.
The clinic there in King County will open December 20th, and it'll run for about 30 days. Well, authorities are getting a big boost against a growing problem in Oregon, that is illegal pot farms. It's an especially serious issue in the southern part of Oregon. Now, Josephine County has approved almost $2 million in state funding for its marijuana enforcement team. It's more than the team would typically get. The sheriff's office says it is necessary, too, to address the overwhelming number of illegal grows in that county.
We see massive grows that are hiding in plain sight, and it's at a scale that we don't have enough personnel.
The money will double the number of technicians and other positions on that team. Adding more people will help tackle more illegal grows and also make more arrests. Well, it is a big shakeup for Rip City. Neil O'Shea is out as general manager of the Blazers. This after a 4-week investigation into his workplace conduct. He leaves at a critical time with the team struggling so far this season. O'Shea is out. The Blazers general manager was fired Friday, and the team quickly released a statement when the news broke, writing in part, the Portland Trail Blazers organization has decided to terminate general manager and president of basketball operations Neil O'Shea, effective immediately due to violations of the Portland Trail Blazers Code of Conduct.
General managers ordinarily are not the most popular people in any organization.
Longtime Trailblazers insider Dwight James says he got along all right with O'Shea, but that allegations of bullying and creating a toxic workplace are serious.
And there must have been something concrete there for them to come to that conclusion.
For a decade, O'Shea has been in charge of building a professional basketball team in Portland that could truly chase the spirit of '77 and get another NBA title. While some of the pieces may be in place, it hasn't happened. And this year, so far, has been tough.
They haven't played hard. They certainly didn't play hard last night in the game against San Antonio. That's one of the worst efforts I've seen on their home court ever.
And so as a general manager, you look at his job performance, and from a basketball standpoint, you say, hey, this is a franchise that probably needed a breath of fresh air years ago.
Oregonian sports columnist John Canzano has also covered the Blazers for years. In terms of the workplace abuse issues, he is not surprised by the results of the O'Shea investigation and the GM's firing. Canzano thinks it gives the Blazers a fresh start on and off the court.
I really wish no personal ill will towards Neil O'Shea, but this is a decision that I think the fan base is galvanized on. I think people who have dealt with Neil O'Shea are galvanized on. I don't see anybody protesting this right now. And in a weird way, this is like the one basketball decision that everyone agrees upon.
In their statement, the Blazers also wrote, "We are confident that these changes will help build a more positive and respectful working environment." As for the former GM,
it's a difficult resolution for O'Shea, who I think will be tainted by this in his search for further jobs.
Joe Cronin, the team's director of player personnel, has been promoted to interim GM. He's been with the Blazers for 16 years. And the team is now searching for a permanent replacement for GM, and a number of names floating around out there. Well, coming up next, people in Clackamas County sound off on possible tolls along I-205. What drivers need to know about what's coming up in just a couple years.